the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double shot of time.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network, as tonight we are here with the Elite Racing League as they present the Pine Cone Cabin 200 at the Rockingham. This track is known to be tough on cars, tough on drivers. I'll tell you what, this Elite Racing League is the league ready to tackle Rockingham Speedway here tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I am your host. My name is KR Stolfus. I hope you all are strapped in tight and ready to rock and roll here tonight. Race number 2 in Elite Chase Round 2. Going to be a very difficult round for these drivers. We do have a few checking in on YouTube chat. Matthew Weeks saying he is not going to be out there tonight. We're going to miss you out there tonight, Matthew. I hope to see you next week. We look forward to seeing that 11 machine back out on track. Our point standings coming into tonight's event looks like this. Chad Frankenfield continuing to lead this Elite Chase round. David Tooker in the 19 machine, 33 points behind Chad Frankenfield, but it's not how far behind he is with Chad, it's how far ahead he is of the two-way tie between Gerald Campbell and Damian Leininger. Only 11 points separate drivers in this cutoff point situation. Gerald Campbell, Damian Leininger tied at 44 points behind Chad Frankenfield. And it is going to come down to the last lap in round number 3. I guarantee it. Our chase drivers know what is on the line, and they are looking to have a solid night here. We are wrapping up our warm-up session. Checkered flag is waving as we get ready to go into qualifying mode. As I say that, track switches over. Qualifying has the green flag out on it. And as we wait for drivers to take to the track, try and bring you some qualifying laps here. One driver making his way out. That is the 31 of Campbell. Campbell in that two-way tie for 4th place in the cutoff. And Campbell going to start his qualifying session. Green flag out for Campbell's first time lap. Campbell always running a VFW paint scheme. You can see that car throwing sparks up as it works its way through the corners. We're going to see that all night long. High downforce car on a bumpy track carrying a lot of speed. Campbell coming around to complete his second lap. He is going to see about putting this thing on pole. And the 31 machine trying to shorten the track up as much as possible And Campbell going to set a second quick time. Tate Lytle in the 56, holding on to pole position for the moment. Michael Goodman in the 73, starting to roll out. Kendall Noah Player in the 94 machine. He's going to cross the start finish line. Kendall starting his first time lap. Kendall Noah Player driving for the person at Riggs Motorsports stable. That 94 machine down the back stretch, trying to lay down a solid lap time here. Sparks flying off the back of that 94 machine. He's gonna dive down to the inside here across the line. And KNP in that 94 gonna settle for fourth for the moment. We'll see if it sticks. Damian Leininger in the 12 out on track. Leininger up to third for his qualifying effort. Damian tied with Gerald Campbell coming into this race for fourth place, the final spot in the cutoff. And Damian, his second lap, good enough to hold him at fourth place. The 25 machine of Joshua Furr out on track as well. Right now he is in fifth, but he works his way on to the front stretch. And Josh Furr gonna shut it down, and he is going to jump to the top of the leaderboard. Pole position 22.457. Chad Frankenfield in the 15. He's coming around to complete his first lap. I'm sorry, that was Chad's out lap. Tyler Riggs in the 26, who we missed last week. He is out on track now for his qualifying time. With that said, guys, we're going to step away for our national anthem. Don't go anywhere, as we'll be back to bring you the starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pine Cone Cabin 200 at Rockingham. Drivers taking to the grid. That means it is time to go through our starting lineup. Joshua Furr in the 25 machine, putting it on pole. here with a 22.457. Levi Rowdy Zielinski in the 97 on his outside. That's going to make up row number 1. Row number 2 will be the 56 of Tate Lytle and the 15 of Chad Frankenfield. Row 3, the 64 of Andrew Rucker and the 31 of Jared Campbell. Row number 4 will be the 12 of Damian Leininger and the 26 of Tyler Riggs. Row 5, the 94 of Kendall Noah Player and the 73 of Michael Goodman. Row 6 will be the 20 of Shane DeMantova and the 3 of Scott Haney. Row 7, Josh Robin in the 2 machine and Dallas Myhand in the 41. Row 8, the 19 of David Tooker and the 9 of Rusty Capel. Row 9, the 10 machine of Jared Rexing and the 87 of Richard Hines. Row 10, the 86 of Ethan Reisner and the 89 of Brent Jones. Row 11, Dustin Dewar and the 58 of Chris Jordan. And row 12 will be the 22 of David Westergreen and the 83 of Stephen McGough. However, it looks like Stephen McGough has missed the call to the grid. We'll see if he can get back out there. Drivers working their way off of turn number 4. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to go green flag racing here at Rockingham for the Pine Cone Cabin 200. Pace car down and away. Chad Furr in control of the field. Green flag is out and away we go for 200 laps here at Rockingham. Down into turn 1 already. Furr has a good jump. We got one car down in the inside. I believe that was Tate Lytle, and he is still struggling to get up to speed. The 56 machine already digging himself a deep hole here as he got way loose going into 1 and 2. Gathers it back in, but keeps rolling. Meanwhile, up at the front, the 31 of Gerald Campbell. Right now, he is in a battle with the 64 of Andrew Rucker, side by side. Into turn number 3, Damian Leininger needs to keep that 31 in sight, and he is doing just that. He's looking to the inside of the 31 machine. Now he's going to tuck in behind him. Rucker in 4th place, Campbell 5th, Leininger in 6th. That is your 64, 31, and 12. Tyler Riggs in the 26 machine, that 4th car in this short line right here. Work our way to the front just a little bit. The 97 of Levi Zielinski sitting in 2nd place, just ahead of the 15 of Chad Frankenfield. We got battles going on all over the track as these opening laps are going to be some of the most intense laps while everyone wears out these fresh, brand new rubber tires. Because if they weren't rubber, you know, it probably wouldn't work so well on the track. These KR. Ethan Reisner in the 86, finding himself buried in the middle of the field right now. He is in 13th spot. We will keep a close eye on Ethan Reisner. Started 19th and already starting to move his way forward. Michael Goodman in the 73, sporting a Green Bay Packers paint scheme here tonight. The Packers battling in the NFC Championship coming up this weekend. But Goodman throwing some love out to his team, along with the 10 of Jared Rexing. So Jared Rexing hoping that the Green Bay Packers win this weekend. I myself am a Chiefs fan, hoping to see Packers versus Chiefs. Very reminiscent of the early years of the bowl that would be super fragilistic, super Cali-ish, whatever. Can't say Super Bowl. Crap. So Jared Rexing in the 10 machine right now. He is in 9th place after starting in 17th. He has moved forward in a hurry. Meanwhile, our race leader, that is Joshua Furr. As we go on board with the 25 machine, he has got clean track in front of him and no pressure behind him as he has a 1.2 second lead over the 97 of Levi Zielinski. Meanwhile, Zielinski looking like he is about ready to come under attack from the 15 in the 64. Excuse me there. So Furr off to an early lead, trying to open up that gap as far as he can. We do have one car in the pits already. That is the 32 of Dustin Dewar. So trouble for the 32 here in the first few laps. We'll see if he can get back out there. Meanwhile, the 56 of Tate Lytle, after falling deep in the field on the start, has already made his way back up into 9th place. Fell all the way down to 15th. Rusty Capel in the 9 machine, sandwiched between the 87 of Richard Hines and the 41 of Dallas Myhan. Myhan, one of our chase contenders, but he is falling down the points order. Had a rough week last week. Hoping to recover some lost ground. Dallas Myhan right now is just 7 points out of the cutoff. That 41 machine is sitting in 16th spot. David Tooker in the 19 machine right behind him from Pro Edge Racing. David Tooker came into tonight's event 2nd place in the point standings. He does have roughly a 11-point cushion coming into tonight from the cutoff. But that 11-point cushion going to be wiped out if the 19 machine can't move forward from this position. But David Tooker, a driver that has a nose for the front, I have a feeling he's going to find a way to get up there before this night is over. Meanwhile, we're checking in on the battle for 2nd place. Chad Frankenfield starting to hound that back bumper of Levi Zielinski. Joshua Furr, meanwhile, opening up his lead to a 1.6 second gap over Zielinski. And the 64 of Andrew Rucker following in the tire tracks of the 15 machine. The action coming off of turn number 2 is going to be, well, action-packed. Drivers all in a practice found coming off of turn 2 was their trouble spot. Going to be very difficult deep into a tire run. Carry speed off of turn number 2 without getting into the wall. The 22 of Westergreen, first car 1 lap down as Joshua Furr continues to lay down very fast lap times. Got Haney in the 3, also 1 lap down now. Dustin Dewar has called it a night He has gone behind the wall. And it looks like he is out for tonight's event. Josh Robin in the 2 machine. Tucking in behind the 10 of Jared Rexing. Rexing now moving into 9th place. Robin in 10th. Tate Lytle in the 56 has moved up a little bit further. He's now sitting in 8th place, setting his sights on the 12 machine of Damian Leininger. Got to talk with Leininger before the race. He wasn't too thrilled about coming to this track. But Damian knows what's on the line here. There's 2 races remaining in this round, if you count this one. Next week's race going to be taking place at ISM Raceway for the Phoenix 200. That's January 22nd right here on Iron 3 Racing Network. It will be the final round in the Elite Chase. To see who our 4 drivers are going to be. But to get there, we got to get through this one, and it looked like someone was smoking. We do have 1 car slowed. That is the 2 of Josh Robin as he enters pit lane. The Joshua Furr in the 25 continuing to lead. Tucking in behind the 20 of Shane DiMantova to put him 1 lap down. Shane going up to the high side. Go on board with the 20. Shane sporting a plaid paint scheme here tonight. Levi Zielinski squirting on by. Zielinski has opened up a gap over Frankenfield. Just about a half second separating 2nd and 3rd place. But the 15 of Frankenfield coming into tonight having a 33-point gap. A lot of cushion between him and 2nd place in the point standings. You want to check in on the 56 of Tate Lytle. He has been the man on the move. Started 3rd, had a misstep going into turn number 1. Fell all the way down to 15th spot. He has made his way back up to 6th place. That 56 showing some muscle here tonight. Right now, he is the fastest car out on track. Last time around was a 23.031. The only one in that neighborhood of a lap time was Joshua Furr, turning a 23.094. Tate Lytle really moving through the field and laying down very fast lap times. The 22 of David Westergreen has gone on to pit road. Campbell in the 31. One of the drivers right on the bubble. Right now he finds himself in 5th place, but that 56 is charging hard. Dustin Dewar checking in on YouTube chat. Thank you very much for joining us out here tonight, Dustin. Sorry to hear about your internet issues, but Dustin is rooting for the Do Good Motorsports number 73 Chevy. That is Michael Goodman. Checking in on the 73 machine. He has gone one lap down. Right now he is running in 16th spot. Westergreen in the 22 has rejoined the race. David Westergreen back on pit road after briefly rolling out. Is 5 laps down and counting. Meanwhile, the 97 of Levi Zielinski has reeled in the 25 of Joshua Furr. Furr checked in earlier on YouTube as well. Then priorities took over and he had to jump in the race car. Joshua Furr has led all 36 completed laps so far. Well, make that 37 now. But the 97 of Levi Rowdy Zielinski has closed the gap, and now a lot of lap traffic coming up for our leaders. Hines gonna move to the high side. Joshua Furr gonna get through turns 1 and 2 and clear Hines easily. Now he sets his sights on the 19 of David Tooker. Tooker is up to 13th spot. Already almost half this field coming to 1 lap down or more, as Joshua Furr has set a torrid pace here. But I wonder how much that fast pace the 25 has set out at the opening of this event is going to cost him. Because the 97 of Levi Zielinski is right there. Joshua's best lap of a 22.498 compared to his last time around was a 23.358, so almost 1 second of fall off here. When you start seeing that 1.5 second to 2 seconds of fall off, drivers start thinking about hitting pit road, starts looking for that short pit. Ethan Reisner in the 86 in danger of going 1 lap down here as he battles with the 41 of Dallas Myhan. Reisner came into tonight's event 3rd place in the point standings, 30 points behind Frankenfield and 10 points to the good. But here tonight, Reisner looking to go 1 lap down early here as Furr's going to make a move to the outside. Levi Zielinski's going to stay tucked into the middle. Furr washes way up high, and Levi Zielinski's going to take full advantage of that mistake by the 25 machine. And new leader, Levi Rowdy Zielinski in the 97 machine, as he is working those bumps through 3 and 4. And has taken over the top spot and has now led his first lap of the race. A little bit of wiggle coming off at turn 2, no big deal. He handles it nicely, dives down to the inside of the 86 of Reisner. Reisner not gonna challenge very early in the race here. He knows he's got lots of laps. Just trying to survive this race. Several of these drivers just looking to survive. We've gone the first 47 laps without a caution, and the 97 out front leading this Elite Racing League Pinecone Cabin 200. Andrew Rucker in the 64 has managed to work his way around the 15 of Frankenfield. We look out the back of the 64. And now Rucker in the 64 machine, he's got to navigate through some lap traffic here. He's got David Tooker, Dallas Myhan, and Ethan Reisner. 3 cars battling for position in front of him. Tooker going way up high, staying out of this one. One driver coming down pit road. That is the 94 of Kendall, Noah Player. He's making his pit stops. 50 laps for him, and he's had enough on those tires. So green flag pit stops could be underway here. The 94 pulling off the racing surface to be serviced by his pit crew. So Zielinski now has been out front for the last 6 laps. We have 150 to go. The 56 of Tate Lytle has made it into the top 5. He continues to be one of the fastest cars out there. We do have a few more drivers on the pit road now. The 41 of Dallas Myhan and the 26 of Tyler Riggs. So a couple more takers for some fresh rubber. That is going to force the hand here before too long of our race leader, Levi Zielinski, in the 97. As Myhan rejoins the race, he is going to have those fresher tires. We'll see Dallas Myhan work his way back onto the lead lap here. I'm sorry, Dallas Myhan won't be back on the lead lap when he comes around the 97. He will find himself 2 laps down. But he did lose 2 laps while making his pit stop. Damian Leininger with the run on the 31 of Campbell. These two sitting tied for 4th place, the final position in the playoff round 2 cutoff spot. And now the 12 of Leininger would be breaking the tie as he moves in front of the 31. Michael Goodman in the 73 pulls his Green Bay Packers machine onto pit road. But the 97 of Levi Zielinski and the 25 of Joshua Furr continue to cycle around out there. And Furr has closed the gap up very quickly to that 97, taking a little peek to the inside there, down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Ethan Reisner in the 86 is the first car 1 lap down. He finds himself running in 9th place. Reisner has not yet made a pit stop. Now, if I'm the 86, I'm going to pull down pit road, try and get some fresh tires, get myself a little bit of short pit action based off of what the leaders are doing. Hopefully try and get back on the lead lap as we have another taker for pit road. That is Damian Leininger in the 12 machine. So as Leininger hits pit road, Joshua Furr in the 25 diving down to the inside. Drag race to turn number 3. And Zielinski going to motor past at the corner entry. Meanwhile, the 56 of Tate Lytle has moved into 4th place. He is sitting 2.5 seconds off our race leaders. And again, he is one of our faster drivers out on the track. So if this 56 continues this trend, he has a very good shot at leading this race. Very impressive run for the 56 here to open up and to try and recover from his mistake going into turn 1. I didn't see what happened when he went into turn 1, so by mistake, I mean, he got a little sideways there. As Campbell in the 31 is going to slide down in front of the 94. Campbell was trying to hit pit road. Kendall Noah Player on the fresher tires had a full head of steam. And Kendall and Campbell managed to not crash into each other. Andrew Rucker sitting in 3rd place in that 64 machine. Rucker gonna go high, not challenging the 94 as the 94 got loose in the corner, had to back it down. And now Tate Lytle in the 56 going to the high side. That is a pass for 3rd place as Andrew Rucker now is gonna make his way onto pit road. And the 64 going to come down for 4 tires and fuel. We look out the back of the 25 of Joshua Furr. He has now opened up a 1.4 second lead over Levi Zielinski. Ethan Reisner in the 86 tucked in right behind him. The 56 of Tate Lytle coming down pit road, hitting from 3rd place. He is going to bring the 15 of Chad Frankenfield with him. So now the 25 of Joshua Furr has really got to start considering when he is going to come down pit road. He is going to be giving up a ton of time to the 15 and 56. Kendall in the 94 and working his way back around the leader. That will put the 94 one lap down as Kendall is in 6th place. And right now, because of all the green flag pit stops, the 86 of Ethan Reisner is sitting in 2nd place, last car on the lead lap. That is all about to change as our race leader, the 25 of Joshua Furr, pulls down onto pit road. He has led for 51 laps here tonight. This very well could give the race lead to the 64 of Andrew Rucker. Rucker came down pit road about 5 laps ago. As Joshua Furr being serviced by his pit crew. Rucker on the front stretch, and he is going to come around and he is going to pass Joshua Furr here. But your race leader is the 86 of Ethan Reisner. The Reasoner going from 19th spot all the way up to the race lead. Going to pick up a bonus point for leading a lap. And I got to tell you guys, all y'all in YouTube chat, thank you very much for hanging out with me here tonight. Rockingham not short on action, that is for sure, as these drivers are running very fast lap times here at this Rockingham Speedway. Short track action, if you will, on a 1 mile speedway. And so Andrew Rucker in the 64, and the caution flag is going to come out. The 97 of Levi Zielinski has found a problem. We're going to go to our turn 3 instant replay and find out what happened to the 97 of Levi Zielinski as he was behind the 64 of Andrew Rucker. And Zielinski going to try and turn down underneath the 3 of Scott Haney, going to lose it on the backstretch, locks it down, and goes straight to being hauled off by the flatbed. And this is the caution that Ethan Reasoner in the 86 wanted to see. He stayed out, was the only car who had not made a green flag pit stop, and he is going to hold on to the race lead as the rest of the field is more than likely going to follow him down onto pit road. And Reasoner on the pit road here. We'll see who else is going to follow him. There's the 64, the 56. So the field all coming down pit road, and Ethan Reasoner with a bold move, a big gamble paying off in a big way. One driver who has stayed out, that is the 25 of Josh Furr, also known in a YouTube chat, get this guys, he is a teddy bear. Big old fluffy teddy bear? I don't know. But he checked in on YouTube earlier. I was trying to figure out who was a teddy bear, and he decided he was going to let me know who it was. But Joshua Furr staying out on track. So too does the 12 of Damian Leininger, but now Leininger is going to make the break for pit road. That will move the 86 of Ethan Reasoner into second place as Joshua Furr did not come down pit road. The two good strategy calls here, one for the 25, one for the 86. Reasoner, who did not make a pit stop, ran that thing out as long as he could, caught the caution when he needed to. Now he is looking like he's going to restart in second place when we take the green flag. The other one this caution is going to benefit is the 25 of Joshua Furr, as he had just made his way off of pit road when the caution flag flew. So he essentially had a free pit stop along with the 86 of Reasoner, and those two drivers going to restart 1 and 2 here. Harold Campbell in the 31, waiting for the wave around. As the lights go out on the pace car, Scott Haney in the 3 taking the wave around along with Chris Jordan in the 58. Field stacking up behind the Ford Mustang iRacing.com official pace car. We're 23 laps away from the halfway point. Pace car getting ready to duck down onto pit road. Josh Furr in the 25 gets on the throttle, and the 86 responds, but not before the 64 of Andrew Rucker can pull along his door. And Rucker and Reasoner, as the 86 got loose off of turn 1. Reasoner still chasing it. Chad Frankenfield sideways. That 15 machine keeps it off the inside wall, and he is going to live to race another day, or another lap even. But that 15 has lost a ton of positions. He has fallen all the way down to 11th spot, but he has a ton of lap cars between him and our race leader of the 25. And Furr now gonna try and open up a gap on the 64 of Andrew Rucker. Tyler Riggs in the 26 machine. He needs 2 outstanding races if he wishes to advance to be one of the 4 drivers at Gateway. And right now he is sitting in 3rd place. He is our highest running points champion contender for the moment. Andrew Rucker in the 64 and Joshua Furr in the 25. Not one of our 9 Joshua Furr is one of our drivers. I mistook Joshua Furr for Joshua Adams. I apologize. Adams had deferred his chance in the playoffs, and that's who I made that mistake with. Though Furr out front, he came into tonight's event sitting 7th place in the point standings, 13 points below the cutoff. And this race win would go a long way for the 25 and put himself as one of the drivers. In fact, he would be the first driver to lock himself into the final round, as last week's winner, Jared Rexing, was a non-playoff driver. None of our championship contenders are locked in just yet. Tate Lytle in the 56. Right now he is running in 4th place, nestled in behind the 26 of Tyler Riggs, and just in front of the 10 of Jared Rexing, last week's race winner. The 15 of Frankenfield, who fell all the way down to 11th spot, has made his way up into 9th place. He is trying to recover lost ground. We started 23 cars here tonight. 18 cars are out on track still, so some attrition coming into play here. Shane DeMantova in the 20 machine, he is going to be scored in 19th spot. David Westergreen in the 22 will be scored in 20th. Josh Robin in the 21st. Dustin Dewar in the 32 scored 22nd. And Brent Jones with a 23rd finish here tonight. Andrew Rucker in the 64 closing in on the 25 of Furr. Rucker taking a peek to the inside here. He's got the advantage going into turn 3. Can he make it stick as Furr's going to wash up a little bit, and Rucker to the front. And Andrew Rucker going to lead his first lap of the night. And now Andrew Rucker going to take advantage of the clean air and open track and see if he can open up an advantage over the 25 of Furr. Meanwhile, the 12 of Damian Leininger has 2 spots or 2 cars between him and Gerald Campbell. Leininger needed a good finish here tonight. Right now he is running in 7th place. Fourth in the running order amongst our championship drivers, but the 15 of Chad Frankenfield is making up spots very quickly and charging back to the front after getting loose on the start, or I should say the restart. Got loose coming off of turn 2, chased that car all the way down to the inside wall, did not make contact with that wall, grabbed a gear and got rolling, and is now trying to make up for lost ground. Tin Machine of Jared Rexing, last week's race winner. Right now he finds himself in 4th place. Still following in the tire tracks of the 56 of Tate Lytle. Tyler Riggs right behind him in the 26 machine. We are 3 laps away from the halfway point. One car diving down to the inside. That is the 3 of Scott Haney trying to get out of the way of our leaders. Not wanting any part of that confrontation. Burr in the 25 sitting in 2nd. Lytle in the 56 3rd. 4th, Jared Rexing in the 10 machine. Andrew Rucker has opened up almost a half-second lead over the 25, but that gap is closing. Andrew Rucker maybe abused his tires a little bit here in the opening run, but his lap time's still very quick. Andrew Rucker's best lap time of a 22.333 last time around was a 22.963. Just 1/10 faster than Joshua Furr. And one of 3 drivers staying in that 22-second bracket. Tate Lytle, the other one, and Jared Rexing in 4th place, also in that 22-second bracket. That time, Joshua Furr just a little bit faster than Andrew Rucker. You can see he has closed in on him. As the battle for the race lead heats up, Dallas Myhan in the 41 has pulled on to pit road. 4-tire stop for Dallas Myhan. He is down and away. Gonna rejoin the action. And Furr in that 25 machine really closing in now as he's going to make a move to the inside here. Dives down to the inside of turn number 1. Rucker on the high side, not going to challenge too much. And new leader Joshua Furr in the 25. Tate Lytle in the 56, now closing in on the 64 as well. He is bringing with him the 10 of Jared Rexing. So our top 4 right now, all separated by 0.6 seconds as Rexing in the 10 taking a peek to the inside of Tate Lytle. Lytle gonna stay high, try and get the momentum up off the corner. Rexing had a better exit and is going to complete the pass heading down into turn 1. So put the 10 of Jared Rexing into 3rd place. And now Rexing sets his sights on Rucker. Meanwhile, the 15 of Chad Frankenfield has made it up to 8th. Has not been able to close the gap too much more on the 12 of Damian Leininger, who is still in 7th place. David Tooker just ahead of Leininger. Tooker in that 19 machine. Right now he is sitting in 11th spot, 1 lap down. He is the first car 1 lap down. It is a 2-car battle to be the first car 1 lap down should the caution come out to get that free pass. The other one is the 58 of Chris Jordan. Jordan finding himself in 12th place. However, he is 15 seconds behind David Tooker. So the 19 of David Tooker does have some work to do to get back on this lead lap. But right now he is 11th place in this race. And when you factor in his points coming into tonight, he does have a little bit of a cushion that he can work with. Just 11 points separated him and Damian Leininger. Leininger running in 7th place with 90 laps to go. Anything can still happen. I'd be looking for that 19 to gain a few more positions on the night. But the 12 of Damian Leininger sitting in 7th place, trying to outrun Gerald Campbell as they came in tied for 4th here tonight. Campbell right now running in 10th as he is battling with the 94 Kendall Noah Player. Kendall to the high side here, Campbell down to the low side, turn number 1. This is a battle for position, and Campbell gonna take over 9th place as the 94 falls to 10th. Kendall now the last car on the lead lap. Green Bay Packers paint schemes going at it here. That is the 10 of Jared Rexing and the 73 of Michael Goodman. Rexing sitting in 2nd place, Goodman in 16th place. He is 3 laps down. He going to the high side here is the 56 of Tate Lytle. And try and flash by. Ooh, it's the 58 of Jordan, got into the wall. Almost got into the 56 of Lytle. But no contact there. Jordan straightens it back out and keeps chugging along. But now Chris Jordan is 2 laps down. That will leave the 19 of David Tooker as the only car 1 lap down. The 94 is half a lap behind the race leader. He is the last car on the lead lap. So David Tooker does have some time here to work with before he loses the status of being the first car 1 lap down. Ethan Burrell checking in on YouTube chat. How you doing, Ethan? I gotta tell you, man, we miss seeing you out here running around this Elite Racing League series. But I understand priorities are priorities. Sure would be good to see that Burrell machine out here battling for a race win. Speaking of race win, Joshua Furr in the 25 has a 1 second lead over the 10 of Jared Rexing. He is going to lead his 81st lap. Joshua Furr, man on a mission here tonight, trying to lead the most laps, trying to win this thing, trying to get max points on the night. With 82 laps to go, Joshua Furr looking comfortable out there here at Rockingham. I would consider this a very difficult car track combo. But it looks like everything going Joshua Furr's way so far here tonight. The 56 of Tate Lytle, after having a little miscue going into turn 1, lap 1, has recovered all the spots he lost in that. Started third on the night and has made it back up to third place. A good recovery by the 56 machine. Consistently one of the fastest cars out there. But now he is trying to reel in the 10 of Rexing to take over second spot. Ethan Reisner in the 86 machine, Andrew Rucker in the 64. That is 4th place and 5th place. Reisner, who took full advantage of not making a pit stop, waiting for the caution to come out. He tried to stretch it as far as he could. Big gamble by the 86, caught the caution at the right time. That 86 machine now moves into 4th place. But now Joshua Furr in the 25, Ethan Reisner in the 86, our 2 highest chase drivers, sitting 1st and 4th place. Damian Leininger in 12 machine, sitting in 6th. Harold Campbell in the 31 in 7th place. The 19 of David Tooker still in 11th place, still the only car for the moment 1 lap down. Ethan Burrell chiming in, Andrew Rucker. Man, that's awesome to see him running well. He prepared a ton for this race. Just goes to show you what laps around the track can do for you. The 64 right now sitting in 5th place. Andrew Rucker, though, right now he is sitting, as I have dropped my notes here. Hold on, give me a minute and let me pull up Andrew Rucker's stats for the season. Andrew Rucker came into tonight with 3 top 10s. Right now he is sitting in place in the point standings. So a 5th place finish here would be his first top 5 of the finish, or of the season. Kendall Noah player in the 94 machine. 4-tire stop for him. He is down and away, rejoining the race. But your race leader continues to be the 25 of Joshua Furr. And Furr just a handful of laps away from locking down, leading the most laps of the night. Jared Rexing in the 10, sitting in second place within striking distance of taking that lead away. Lytle in the 56, not too far behind these two, sitting in third. These three drivers do have a bit of track nice and clean in front of them before they have to worry about any lap traffic. As Rexing got a good run off of 2 that time, really closed up down the backstretch. And now he is looking to the inside here through 3 and 4. Got another good exit. He's taking a peek down to the inside, and he is gonna dive down to the inside. Joshua Furr left the spot open. The 10 of Rexing didn't think it was gonna be there. And so Rexing had to check up a little bit. Both drivers now single file down the backstretch. And Rexing starting to apply some pressure to Joshua Furr. So Furr fins off a challenge by the 10. And now it looks like Rexing trying to recover and mount a charge once again. The 15 of Chad Frankenfield onto pit road, so we're starting to see some green flag pit stops here. Joshua Furr looking at 1 second fall off on his tires as Rusty Capel in the 9 machine also heading down onto pit road. This is one of our closest battles on the track. Another close one is the 94 and the 41. These two drivers 2 laps down. Kendall Noah Player and Dallas Myhan. That is a battle for 10th place with the 41 of Myhan sitting in 10th. David Tooker in the 19. He is in 9th place. As the 94 and the 41 side by side, down to the inside goes the 94. Dallas Myhan going way up high, and now Kendall Noah Player gonna blow past the 19 as Kendall has fresher tires. David Tooker has not yet made his pit stop, but we do have the caution flag flying. And I'm wondering if it is the 15 of Frankenfield. Go to our turn 3 instant replay to see what happened. The 15 getting a little too low into turn 1. Gonna smack the outside wall and goes for a spin. The caution flag flying once again. And while we were watching that, Jared Rexing has taken over the race lead. Joshua Furr has fallen all the way to 5th place. I'm not sure what happened to our race leader, but the driver is going to be coming down pit road, 4 tires and fuel for all of them. And Jared Rexing leads the field onto pit road. Ethan Reasoner following suit. The 64 of Andrew Rucker also making his pit stop. Rucker working his way around the corner. Amian Leininger onto pit road as well. And Furr finally making his way into his pit stall. But Jared Rexing in the 10 machine gonna win the race off of pit road. 4 tire stop for him. With that said, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the field is starting to form up behind the pace car. Lights have gone out. We get ready to go green to flag racing once again. 60 laps remaining in tonight's 200 lap event. Jared Rexing in the 10 trying to go 2 for 2 and spoil everyone's plans in the chase, as he is a non-chase driver, would keep someone from locking themselves in and make it even harder to do on points. And Jared Rexing and the 64 of Andrew Rucker both get excellent starts, and Rucker in the 64 going to tuck in behind the 10 of Rexing. Meanwhile, the 86 of Ethan Reasoner down to the inside, he's going to move into third, with Damian Leininger pulling into fourth place. So Jared Rexing, Andrew Rucker, the 10 and the 64 now set their sights on trying to pull away from Ethan Reasoner in the 86. Rucker to the inside. Jared Rexing leaving him room there, and I think that cost Rexing a little bit of speed off of turn number 2, and Andrew Rucker gonna try and make the pass here off of turn number 4. He's got the advantage at the line, but the 64 not cleared, and the caution flag gonna fly as the 15 of Chad Frankenfield going around again. And I think this time he had help. Let's go to our turn 3 instant replay here, see what happened. The 15 of Frankenfield looking to the inside of the 31 of Campbell. Tate Lytle in the 56. Ooh! And Frankenfield just got loose. Tate Lytle with nowhere to go. Take another look at this as the 15 got loose off the corner. Tate Lytle was powering up. Tate going for a spin through the infield, but making no further contact with the wall. We'll see if we have any takers for pit road. Joshua Furr in the 25 is headed down to pit lane. Tate Lytle in the 56 and the 15 of Chad Frankenfield. All three drivers right there onto pit road, and they are the only three drivers who are electing to come down pit road this time. Tyler Riggs in the 26 receiving the free pass. He's going to get back on the lead lap. Our previous caution, the 19 of David Tooker, was our free pass driver. That put him back on the lead lap. And right now, the 19 of David Tooker is scored in 5th place. Told you guys, don't count out that 19 machine. He had been lounging around in the mid-pack area. And now we're looking at 54 laps to go, and that 19 has made it up into the top 5. the 64 of Andrew Rucker, your race leader. Joshua Furr in the 25 machine has locked down, leading the most points, leading the most laps here tonight. So far, he has led for 99 laps. Levi Zielinski, sitting in second place in that column, has led for 18 laps. Andrew Rucker has led for 17 and counting. So he is now going to tie Levi Zielinski when he crosses the start-finish line. So Andrew Rucker with a shot at winning this thing. Lights go out on the pace car, the 10 of Jared Rexing and the 64 of Andrew Rucker. Going to swap positions for this restart. We do have 16 cars. I'll make that 15 cars, as the 15 of Chad Frankenfield, I believe he is going to be parked for the night. So 15 cars out on track. After starting 23, the pace car down and away. The 64 waiting for his shot to get on the throttle, and there it is. The 64 down and away. He is going to get a big jump on the 10 of Rexing. Ethan Reisner in the 86. He's going to move into second place here, coming up off of turn 2. Now Damian Leininger in the 12 machine. He's looking to challenge for third place, but now he's going to settle for fourth as the 10 and the 86 run door to door, side by side. Jared Rexing tucking in for the crossover. He's going to dive down to the inside, and that is a very tight entry for the 10 machine. Ethan Reisner gives him lots of room. Ooh, as the 86 got loose coming off the corner. While all of that is going on, as the 86 and the 12 make contact, Damian Leininger hard into the wall. And Ethan Reisner getting involved in that with Damian Leininger, and Leininger pulling straight onto pit road. But while all of that was going on, the 64 of Rucker was saying goodbye, see you later. And with the caution coming out, he is going to see that lead evaporate. So the 12 of Damian Leininger, who came into tonight, tied at the cutoff with Gerald Campbell, finds himself hammering out damage. See if the 12 can get back out there. Rucker coming down pit road, Rexing in the 10, electing to stay out. Campbell in the 31, going to get the free pass here. Is going to end up back on the lead lap. And David Tooker has moved into second place. At 19 machine, started in 15th, at one point was all the way down in 21st due to pit stop cycles. And now he finds himself in second spot. So Andrew Rucker on 4 fresh tires. Gonna restart in third. Rexing and Tooker not taking tires on this pit stop. We're looking at 48 laps to go. Damian Leininger in the 12 machine has rejoined the race. Does find himself one lap down. Everyone can make it on fuel from here. Estimated fuel run anywhere from 60 to 70 laps. And I know that's a wide gap, but that's the best information I was given. And we're looking at 48 laps to go. So everyone should be good on fuel from here. Lights go out on the pace car. So now, can Jared Rexing, can David Tooker, who are on about 12 lap older tires than the 64 of Andrew Rucker and the 25 of Josh Furr, can they hold off hard charging drivers? Rucker looking for his first win of the season, his first top 5 of the season. That is one hungry driver right there in the 64 machine. Tooker looking to secure himself into final race as a championship contender. He's going to restart on the outside. Jared Rexing trying to go 2-4-2. Here we go. Pace car down and away. And Rexing on the throttle. Green flag is out and we are back racing. And Rexing with a good jump there. Tooker in the 19, clearing the 64 of Rucker. Rucker to the inside of Joshua Furr. Furr going to lose a spot to the 56 of Tate Lytle. Lytle moves into 4th, and here comes Gerald Campbell in the 31 machine. Campbell looking for a few spots here. And Ethan Reisner in the 86, who was caught up in the caution with Damian Leininger. Reisner sitting in 7th place now. His car's a little torn up, but he is still out there, still chugging along. And he is finding himself now in 7th place. But Rexing in the 10, trying to open up a gap here on the 19 of Tooker. And Rexing looking to go 2-4-2 and make it that much harder for our championship contenders. Rucker in the 64, hounding the 19 of Tooker. Rucker did take tires on this most recent caution. He is leading the charge of the drivers on 4 brand new tires. Tooker and Rexing elected to stay out. Rucker is hungry. He is a man on a mission tonight. That shark tooth car aptly in position here tonight to gobble up the 19 of David Tooker. And he is on his back bumper. He is not letting him get away. '64 down into 1 and 2. Nice and smooth on the wheel. A little bit of correction to the right, but he's got to run off the corner. He's going to dive down to the inside of turn 3, and he is going to make that move for 2nd spot. Completes the pass as the sparks fly off the back end of that thing and move Andrew Rucker into 2nd place. Lytle in the 56 machine, sitting in 4th place. He's under heavy pressure by the 25 of Joshua Furr. 39 laps to go here in the Pinecone Cabin 200 at Rockingham. Andrew Rucker has pulled away from the 19 of David Tooker and starting to close in on the 10 of Jared Rexing. Top 5 all in our shot right there. But now the 64, can he get the race win? Can Jared Rexing in the 10 hold on for second place? Or first place? Ooh. Maybe I just had a moment of psychic premonition as that 64 hard on the charge. He had an excellent run off of turn 4 there. Really closed the gap on the 10 machine. We do have 14 cars out on track. Damian Leininger has pulled it back onto pit road and has been sitting there for the last 5 minutes. The Leininger's night could be over. We are looking at 36 laps to go. Andrew Rucker chasing his first win of the season. Jared Rexing trying to make it his second win of the season. These two are pulling away from the rest of the field. Berg continuing to hound the 56 at Lytle. Campbell in the 31 machine, that is 4th, 5th, and 6th place. Top 6 right now separated by 2.6 seconds. Campbell in the 31 machine sitting in 6th place. Bird looking to the inside of Lytle. The 56 gonna stay high. Joshua Furr washing up just a little bit. Had to lift to keep his car under control. That is going to be the break that Lytle needed off of turn number 2, but it may not have been enough as Joshua Furr is still there. That 25 machine going to try and complete the pass off of turn number 4 to move Joshua Furr into 4th place. Meanwhile, the 86 of Ethan Reisner sitting in 7th place. He has the 94 of Kendall Noah player right behind him. Dallas Myhan in the 41 machine sitting in 9th. Now Myhan gonna take a peek to the inside of Kendall. That 94 machine staying high, gonna try and get the run off the corner. Big wiggle by the 94, but he keeps that car in check. And Dallas Myhan now has an advantage here on the inside line. But a wiggle off of turn 2 is gonna seal the deal for the 94. He's gonna move in to 8th place, or I should say hold off a challenge for his position. The 94 and the 41, they are battling to be the first car 1 lap down. They are the only 2 cars 1 lap down. As we have 7 cars on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap, that is the 86 of Ethan Reisner. White and blue machine leading the charge here of these drivers down into turn 1. So even though that could be considered a battle for position because Reisner is in 7th place, Kendall in 8th. 1 lap does separate those drivers. Meanwhile, we check in at the front. The 10 and the 64 have waved goodbye to the rest of the field. Joshua Furr sitting almost 2 seconds behind the 64. Harold Campbell has moved into 4th. Tate Lytle into 5th. David Tooker in the 19 machine. Now he is sitting in 6th place. As we go on board with the 19 machine. 25 laps to go when they cross the start-finish line this time. solid run by the 19 machine if he can hold on to 6th place here. I would say this has been a smart race by the 19. Not necessarily a outstanding performance by the 19. This could be a track that he is not very fond of. But that being said, that 19 machine has run a smart race and has taken advantage of other drivers in the elite chase. He's taken advantage of their misfortune. So David Tooker sitting in 6th. But Jared Rexing and Andrew Rucker, 2 non-chase drivers, running 1st and 2nd. Joshua Furr, our highest running chase contender, sitting in 3rd place with Gerald Campbell in the 31 machine in 4th. Those 2 are in championship contention mode. And if we have another non-chase driver win round 2 or race 2 of round 2, that is going to make it just that much more critical to have a good points run. Burr leading our championship contenders, Campbell sitting in 2nd amongst our contenders with David Tooker in 3rd. So big picture here for these 3 drivers. That would be a solid points haul amongst their competitors if they can finish where they are running. The 86 at Ethan Reasoner still sitting in 7th place, still battling with the 94 and the 41. However, the 94 and 41 are 1 lap behind the 86. Richard Hines in the 87 machine. Right now he is in 10th place. Hines looking for his 4th top 10 of the season. That 87 machine is 2 laps down with Rusty Capel in the 9 machine, 3 laps down in 11th place. Michael Goodman in the 73 machine. Right now he finds himself in 12th position, 3 laps down as well. Goodman sporting that Green Bay Packers paint scheme. Saw him pull that paint scheme out last week. He's running it again this week. 13th place right now, that is the 58 of Chris Jordan. Jordan looking at 16 more laps to go. The 26 of Tyler Riggs, a chase contender. Riggs had an issue midpoint of the race. Not sure what happened to him, but he had a solid run going up until the point where he had to pull onto pit road for an extended stay. Now he finds himself 4 laps down in 14th spot. And he is the last car out on track. 15th right now is being scored as Damian Leininger. He is sitting on pit road. He got caught up in an incident with Ethan Reasoner and looks like he is unable to continue on. But meanwhile, the 10 of Jared Rexing with 13 laps to go has now opened up a 1.7 second lead over the 25 of Joshua Furr. Andrew Rucker sitting in 3rd in that 64 machine. Gerald Campbell still in 4th, Tate Lytle in 5th. So Joshua Furr, can he track down the 10 of Jared Rexing pick up the race win and lock himself into one of the first drivers for the Championship 4 that is happening at Gateway. And I gotta tell you, I am excited for that final race at Gateway. 4 drivers gonna go after it. But before we can get to Gateway, we gotta go to ISM Raceway. That is happening next week. Final race in round number 2, as per really closing in on the 10 of Rexing. Now 10 laps to go. Jared Rexing that is Goodman. They're both running Packers paint schemes, so please forgive me. Oops. I'll never hear the end of that one. So Joshua Furr not closing in as fast as I thought to the race leader. However, he does dispatch the 73 quickly and then does set his sights once again on the race leader. Now that is our race leader just ahead of the 25 of Joshua Furr. Ooh, his Furr's gonna tag the wall a little bit there. You heard him burp the throttle. Keeps his car under control. Keeps rolling out there. But Jared Rexing in the 10 now sporting almost a 2-second lead. And with 7 laps to go, Jared Rexing gonna try and make it 2-4-2. The 56, the 31, that's Tate Lytle, Gerald Campbell. That is a battle for 4th place. Lytle holding on to 4th, Campbell wanting to take it away from him. But Tate starting to pull away a little bit from the 31 machine. Meanwhile, Andrew Rucker in the 64 with 5 laps to go. He is sitting in 3rd place as the 58 machine of Chris Jordan. Right behind him, Chris Jordan, 4 laps down in 13th spot. But Rucker looking for his first top 5 of the season. And Andrew Rucker has had a solid night all night long. Been a top 5 contender. Has led for 21 laps here tonight. Who is the 58 of Jordan's going to get up into the wall. Slides down in front of the 31 of Campbell. No caution. We stay green with 3 laps to go, and Jordan keeps rolling. Meanwhile, Rexing has opened up to almost a 3-second lead. He is going to have 2 laps to go. This race winding down very quickly. Jared Rexing down the backstretch, looking for his 2nd win in 2 races, his 2nd win on the season. Had terrible luck in the opening round of the chase, did not advance into round number 2, and I'd say the rest of these drivers better be glad that 10 machine did not survive round number 1, because he is going to make it 2-4-2 here in round number 2. Final time through 3 and 4. Jared Rexing in the 10 off of turn 4, no issues, and the 10 is going to bring it home with the race win here at the Pinecone Cabin 200. Joshua Furr going to bring it home in a 2nd with Tate Lytle 3rd. Andrew Rucker getting his first top 5 of the season, going to end up in 4th. And Gerald Campbell rounding out your top 5. What an outstanding race this was at Rockingham. And the 10 of Jared Rexing gonna win it. As Rexing lights up the rear tires, sets to burning down that Green Bay Packers machine. Michael Goodman celebrating as well. But your race winner is the 10 of Jared Rexing, as both Green Bay Packers right there celebrating. How about that race finish, guys? That was a wild one for sure. Let's see about getting our race winner up into the broadcast booth and see what Jared Rexing in the 10 machine has to say about his second win of the season, going 2 for 2. Jared, congratulations, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That was a wonderful race here at Rockingham. I did not expect to see these long green flag runs that we had. Tell us a little bit about what it was like racing out there tonight.
Yeah, I didn't expect any of those long runs either, but everyone was really careful on cold tires. Field spread out, and what do you know? We had long runs.
Well, Jared, you picked up your second win of the season, your first win coming last week. And, I was saying the rest of these drivers better have been glad that you did not advance out of round number 1, because you are on a tear right now. Tell us, is your plan here to win every race and really just ruin our championship contenders' plans since yours got ruined?
Yeah, man, I can't win a championship no more. So for me, there's no risk in doing anything stupid strategy wise or race wise. So I just got to go for it.
Well, going for it seems to suit you well, as you've picked up the last 2 race wins here in round number 2, man. Nice job. Congratulations on that. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Yeah, man. Shout out to my team. These things are a lot funner when you have a teammate. The first part of the season, I was by myself, but yeah, it's a lot funner when you got people to race with and laugh with and joke with. So that's fun. Damien's pulling real hard in the chase. I hope he can win it next week and advance to the final 4. And as always, a shout out to my wife.
Well, Jared, again, congratulations on the race win, man. Nice job out there tonight.
Hey, thank you.
That was our race winner, Jared Rexing, with a solid finish out here tonight. In total, leading 57 laps. Joshua Furr, our second place finisher. We'll see if he can make it into the booth here before we sign out. But while we wait, let's go through our finishing results. Your race winner, the 10 of Jared Rexing, Joshua Furr, finishing in second place. Third, going to the 56 of Tate Lytle, and Drew Rucker with his first top 5 of the season, gonna finish in a 4th place. 5th, going to the 31 of Gerald Campbell. David Tooker finishing in 6th. 7th, Ethan Reisner. 8th, going to Kendall Noah Player, the first car 1 lap down. 9th, going to Dallas Myhan. And rounding out your top 10 is the 87 of Richard Hines. Rusty Capel in the 9 machine finishing in 11th. 12th place, going to the 73 of Michael Goodman. 13th going to Chris Jordan. 14th going to Tyler Riggs. Damian Leininger gonna finish in a 15th spot. Chad Frankenfield in the 15 machine gonna end up in 16th place. 17th going to Levi Zielinski. 18th going to Scott Haney. Shane DeMantova finishing in 19th. 20th going to the 22 of David Westergreen. 21st, Josh Robin in the 2 machine. 22nd going to Dustin Dewar. 23rd, Brent Jones. And Stephen McGough in 24th spot with a did not start. So guys, that is gonna wrap it up for us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank you very much for joining me. I have been your host all night long. My name has been, my name's not important. We'll go over that some other time. But guys, we saw an outstanding race here at Rockingham. These cars were a handful for the drivers and an absolute outstanding display of talent by the Elite Racing League as they managed to handle this very difficult track in a race that was slowed only a handful of times. 200 laps completed and done here for the Pinecone Cabin 200. And I hope to see you all next week as we tackle the ISM Raceway for the Phoenix 200. And that is going to do it, guys. Y'all have a good night. And thank you oh so much for joining me. And I will see you next week.